Hey y'all, welcome back to the garage. Welcome back to the channel. Been around for any amount of time. The truck you saw in the thumbnail is a shop truck I bought about 3 years ago, and I've been stockpiling a few little parts for it just to get it up and running, and I've just had them set off to the side, had a little bit of free time, so I thought I'd get the truck out and get a little bit of this work done. So the first thing is, man, I took this bed off, and let me tell you about how easy that is. So, especially when you have a lift, I just threw a couple of ratchet straps over the top of it. I took tail lights out. Has nothing to do with removing the bed. You don't have to take the tail lights out. And I'll show you why in a second. Anyways, you got 3 bolts right there for the filler neck. And then on the chassis itself, and I marked them, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 duplicate on the other side, 8 total bolts. That is your entire tail lamp wiring harness, and there is a ground that is attached to the bed that you have to undo. And other than that, you have your fuel filler ground. Pop that off of there and lift the bed up, and it's off. Let's go over a few things that I did. Since I bought this truck, and it's got 166,000 miles, it's got the 4.3 liter V6, which has always been a great engine for GM, but it is super clean under the hood. Besides just giving it a wash, I really haven't degreased this. Nobody's hacked into the harnesses anywhere. There's no cuts in them. Everything works as it's supposed to, or at least it does now. But we're going to talk about just exactly how much I got invested into this little shop truck, and I've kept track of it on the windshield. So the truck itself, I paid $4,500 for it. And in that first year, I had to buy the spider, which goes underneath the intake manifold. That's for the fuel injection system. And I did buy a GM OEM one. I've been told you do not want to buy aftermarket when it comes to those, and that was $600. So keep in mind that was 3 years ago. I bought a fuel pump that's been sitting in the crate. That's a GM OEM one as well. That was $390. That was about 2 years ago. I bought the shocks about a year ago, and I just bought the exhaust system today, and I did a charge on the AC system, and since I have the Freon here, there's really no charge there. So once I got the bed lifted off of there, I took these shocks off. These were OES Spectrum. I've never heard of those, and that's exactly why I replaced them. I have never heard of that shock before in my life. It's stiff as a board anyhow. They seemed like they were too long, and I bought myself some Monroes that I've been having sit in the crate for a while, so we got the Monroes put on there. But check this out. Besides just washing this chassis and wiping it down, that's how clean it is. It is a super clean chassis. I put myself in the new OEM fuel pump, and the reason I went OEM is because these have a very tight tolerance for fuel pressure. It's like plus or minus 1.5 psi, and it's not going to run right. And I've been told to stay away from the aftermarket, so we went OEM on the fuel pump as well. Like I said, got the Monroe shocks, and then our nasty old muffler. Yeah, we replaced that today. So went down to O'Reilly, ordered up a muffler, had it in about an hour. Got that all put in on the hangers, nice and quiet now. And then I went through the chassis and I just started moving some of the things that I know are coming off to begin with. That's some of the axle bump stops. Never gonna put enough payload in here that I'm ever gonna need those. Don't have a spare tire. So there's absolutely no reason for the spare tire reel and no reason for the crank rod for the spare tire. Besides that, just rattles. I think I'm going to take this crossbar out. I'm going to take this crossbar out and just get those out of the chassis before I put the bed on. But I want to crank this thing up, show you how quiet it is. Still got to pick up an OBD1 scanner. My guess is because of the fuel system, my service engine soon light, or the reason it's showing a code is probably because one of the oxygen sensors is shot. That's probably my guess. Anyways, fire it up. AC works. Had a duct temperature of 41 degrees. I like that. Other than taking those two crossbars out, I'm ready to lift the bed back up and get it set back on here, at least for now. And I'm probably going to put 4 bolts in it instead of all the bolts, because I haven't fully decided exactly what I'm going to do with the truck yet. I know for a fact, so I did find this. Besides, the truck is super clean. There was some accident damage, and basically what I found is somebody had sculpted the whole bedside and body filler. So at Summit, I can get a whole bedside for this. So I'm gonna start with getting the spot welds all drilled out of it, ready to go. Wait for the bedside to show up, put that on, weld it on, get it primered, at least gray again, so that it matches the truck, and get it all jammed out at least through there. Maybe decide what color this truck's gonna go, so I can paint the front of the bed and the back of the cab while I do have it off. But anyhow, that's the plan. At least that's the plan for now. It's always tentative to change, and I don't have any plans for under the hood other than cosmetically, just kind of getting this truck looking nice, and maybe using it as daily driver for a little bit now that summer's getting here, instead of driving the diesel truck every single day. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Sure to hit that like button, and right down below, hit that little subscribe one, and we will catch you all next time. Thanks for tuning in.